Hi everybody, it's chapter 6, Learning the Truth. Anne began to learn things that her parents had not let her hear before. She learned that her Jewish friends had been sent to concentration camps, where they were killed with poison gas. She learned more about what was going on now in Amsterdam. She wrote to Kitty. Many people have gone off to their deaths. Every night, the army trucks go up and down the streets. The soldiers go into each house. If there are any Jews in the house, they are taken away. No Jews can escape unless they find a place to hide. No one is left behind. Not the sick, not the old people or the children, not the babies. Everyone is marched away to their death. Sometimes the family thought that the German soldiers had found out about the hideout. One night, the doorbell rang in the office downstairs. Everyone froze. They were sure that the Germans had come to take them away. Then, nothing happened. One day, a few weeks later, someone pounded on the wall close to the bookshelves. Again, Anne thought that it was the Germans. Later, she found out it had only been a workman who was hammering nails. After that, worse things began to happen. Sometimes, robbers broke into the offices downstairs during the night and took whatever they could find. One night, Otto and Peter went downstairs to try to scare the robbers away, but the robbers had already gone. The next morning, the helpers were angry. "You must never come out of your hideout, even if there are robbers in the building," they said. "If anyone sees you, we will all get caught." Another time, Anne wrote about a night when Peter and his parents heard noises in the attic above their rooms. Anne wrote, "Peter took a flashlight up to the ladder into the attic. What do you think he saw running around? A pack of huge rats." After that, we put Peter's cat in the attic, and the rats stayed away at night. But a few days later, Peter went up to the attic again. When he reached out for something, a rat bit his arm. He was so scared that he almost fell down the ladder. Peter's blood got all over everything. There was more bad news nearly every day. This was hard for Anne. Okay, so we can see that Anne and Peter are in a very hard situation. They're having to grow up and do things that kids shouldn't have to do. Kids shouldn't have to just stay inside and not be able to go have fun. Okay, now we're going to look at this timeline here, okay? And a timeline shows the events of something in the order that they happen. So you see we have this happens in 1933, 1938, 1941, and then 1945, okay? And it all happens on this line that time passes on, okay? So 2020 would be way over here on the right, okay, off of this page, all right? So 1933, the first thing that happens is Adolf Hitler became the leader of Germany. Hitler made plans to take over the other countries. People who followed Hitler were called Nazis. The Nazis hated the Jews. 1938, the Night of Broken Glass. The Nazis attacked the Jews. The Nazis smashed stores and killed about 100 Jews. The Nazis put 30,000 Jews in prison. 1941, prison camps for killing. The Nazis started killing Jews quickly. In one prison camp, the Nazis killed 6,000 Jews each day. 1945, finding the prison camps. Hitler and the Nazis lost the war. Then the world saw what Hitler and the Nazis had done to the Jews. So until this time, it was very quiet what was happening. Only if you were Jewish, you knew what was happening. Everyone else kind of turned a blind eye to it. Okay, but after the war, we see all the horrible things that were really happening at concentration camps. They weren't just work camps, people were being killed. If you see here, 6,000 people each day at one of these prison camps. We took a look at Auschwitz. That was one of the concentration camps that all these people were living in, okay? And look, 6,000 were killed each day. Okay. World War II. Adolf Hitler and the Nazis wanted to kill the Jews in Europe. By the end of World War II, 6 million Jews were dead. Okay, so now let's answer some questions based on this timeline. Okay, you see here that it's going to ask what happens in each of these dates, okay, these years. 1941, 1938, 1945. We're going to have to use the timeline to figure that out. The timeline shows us Adolf Hitler tried to kill all the Jews in Europe. Circle the fact that goes with each date. 1941. Okay, if we look here, 1941 is when the Nazis started killing Jews quickly in these prison camps. 6,000 Jews were killed each day. Alright, so 1941, Adolf Hitler becomes the leader of Germany. Well, that happened in 1933. Nazis smashed stores and killed many Jews. That happened the Night of Glass in 1938. Hitler and the Nazis lose the war. Well, they don't lose the war until 1945. So we're going to say the best fit here, and I think actually they made a mistake here. The best fit would be that there are Jews being killed. Okay, because we see in 1941 is when the prison death camps were happening. Okay, 6,000 Jews each day. So for this one, we will go B. All right. 1938. Okay, 1938 is when we have the Night of the Broken Glass. The world finds out what the Nazis did. That happened in 1945. Smash stores and kill many Jews. Start killing Jews quickly in one prison camp. Well, again, it is when they smash the stores, okay? So they definitely made a mistake here, okay? Readtopia, come on now. But they smash stores and kill many Jews in the Night of Broken Glass in 1938. You see that right here, okay? And then 1945, the Nazis put 30,000 Jews in prison. Nazis kill 6,000 Jews each day, or the world finds out what the Nazis did to the Jews in prison camps. That is what happens because the Nazis lose the war and people finally get to see what they were doing. Okay? So, that is the answers for today. If number one kind of confused you, it confused Mr. Alt too. Okay? That's Readtopia's fault. But looking at the answer, we know that it was when they were killing Jews quickly, okay, and this is the only answer that says anything about that, so we'll choose B for that one, okay? All right, hopefully you learned a little bit. I hope that seeing the different places through Google Earth helped you a little bit, and this timeline kind of shows you what happened during the war, especially from the Jewish people's perspective, okay? All right, have a good day. Hey guys, it's Mr. Alt. Did you enjoy that video? You finished your work for the day and wish there was just something else you could do? Our Microsoft Teams page, available on your computer or on your phone or tablet. And come to the left and click Enrichment Opportunities, and there's lots of extra things here for acting, art, science, history. You'll see our Jeopardy games. Lots of fun stuff to do if you finished your work for the day. It's extra, so it's not mandatory, but it is there for you. Okay? Enrichment Opportunities under Mr. Alt's class. Have a good one!